Hey there, spiritual seekers and awakened hearts. Have you ever stepped into a space and felt an immediate, inexplicable push to turn around and walk out? Not due to the decor, the aroma, or any obvious red flag, but because of a profound, intangible vibe that whispers, "This isn't for you." If you're among the enlightened souls, those divinely selected individuals who navigate life with heightened awareness, this isn't paranoia or whimsy. It's your inner compass, a celestial intuition steering you clear of energies that could dim your light. It's not rooted in dread or reason alone. It's a profound soul wisdom, a guardian force preserving your essence. These vibes aren't random. They're signals that your path is sacred, and certain environments simply don't resonate with your elevated frequency. To others, these spots might seem harmless or even inviting, but for the enlightened, they register as discordant notes in the symphony of existence. Often, you'll exit gracefully, without fanfare or justification, trusting that your spirit knows best. In this exploration, we'll uncover 9 pivotal locations that enlightened souls instinctively sidestep, not from myth or caprice, but from a deep-seated discernment that safeguards their aura. If you've sensed you're set apart, guided by unseen forces, or nudged toward higher truths, this message is your affirmation. If it lands in your life at this precise moment, affirm it by typing 222 in the comments to invite universal harmony. And if you're ready to join a tribe of like-minded voyagers, hit subscribe. This haven is for cosmic explorers, truth chasers, and radiant beings. Let's embark. 1. Bustling, disordered venues lacking. Sacred intent enlightened souls possess an exquisite sensitivity to the vibrational hum of their surroundings. While many can immerse themselves in throngs or revel in noisy settings, the enlightened often experience a subtle overload or spiritual constriction in locales devoid of deeper significance or alignment with the cosmos. Think of raucous festivals, frenzied concerts, packed urban markets, or even boisterous gaming conventions. These might exhilarate the masses, but for the enlightened, they feel like a barrage on their ethereal senses. It's not a rejection of community or joy. Far from it, these individuals harbor immense empathy and forge bonds that touch the soul's core. Yet their auric field tunes into nuances overlooked by others, undercurrents of unrest, superficiality, suppressed anguish, or collective disconnection. In such disordered arenas, the cosmic noise overwhelms, muffling the soft guidance of their higher self, their gut wisdom, and their link to universal flow. While peers might label these hubs as exhilarating or liberating, the enlightened perceives them as fragmenting. They may dip in briefly, drawn by obligation or intrigue, but an inner voice soon urges retreat. Consider Arya, a gifted healer from a serene coastal village. Once invited to a massive music festival in the city, she arrived with open curiosity. But amid the pulsing crowds and blaring beats, a wave of disorientation hit, not from the music, but from the swirling mix of fleeting highs and hidden lows in the energy field. Her spirit contracted, signaling misalignment. Politely excusing herself after an hour, she sought solace in a nearby park where nature's rhythm restored her balance. For Arya, and enlightened souls like her, thriving demands environments where the aura can unfold, tranquil retreats, meaningful dialogues, or gatherings with purpose. They crave spots where their vibration elevates, not scatters, honoring the sacred vessel they are. 2. Healing centers and clinics without personal calling. Though clinics and wellness facilities stand as beacons of recovery and nurture, they also harbor a dense atmospheric charge that many attuned spirits, particularly the enlightened, find taxing to endure. Strolling through a clinic's corridors can mimic plunging into a fog of shared apprehension, loss, tension, and psychic scars. These are arenas where vitality and departure collide routinely, where echoes of despair reverberate in the architecture, and where essences sometimes hover in transition. Enlightened beings, with their amplified empathy, absorb this latent spiritual echo profoundly. They might feel depleted, lightheaded, or psychically burdened without pinpointing the cause. Even absent overt turmoil, their intuition detects the faint residues imprinted by those who've endured or transitioned. It's not a dismissal of contemporary healing or restoration ideals. Indeed, many enlightened embrace comprehensive, vibrational, and proactive well-being. But they naturally veer toward realms fostering equilibrium and synergy, such as sacred groves, meditative sanctuaries, or holistic hubs emphasizing aura harmony and organic mending. They perceive wellness not merely as ailment's absence, but as a symphony of ethereal, sentimental, and corporeal unity. Unless drawn by intimate necessity, like aiding a cherished one or seeking personal aid, enlightened souls typically evade clinics and akin establishments. Their essence signals alternative paths to vitality, ones that nourish the soul alongside the form. Their evasion stems not from alarm, but from sagacity. Take Raphael, a visionary artist from the mountains, who once volunteered at a bustling urban clinic during a community drive. Though his intent was pure, to offer creative therapy to patients, the environment's heavy veil of unresolved energies soon weighed on him. Headaches ensued, not from exertion, but from absorbing the collective psychic load. After a few sessions, his inner guide prompted withdrawal, leading him to establish outdoor art circles in nature, where healing flowed freely without the institutional drain. For Raphael, true restoration blooms in spaces of light and flow, not confinement. 3. Burial grounds and memorial sites. Memorial sites, by essence, bear immense ethereal gravity. While culture deems them serene and honorific realms for commemorating the departed, enlightened souls frequently harbor a richer, more layered response. To them, burial grounds transcend quietude, their vibrational tapestries laden with spiritual remnants, reverberations of bygone existences, and occasionally unsettled presences. Enlightened beings often link profoundly to the ethereal domain, their forebears, and the veiled cosmos. However, this bond doesn't compel them to frequent death's domains. Indeed, their heightened awareness means they shoulder such locales' sentimental heft exponentially. Traversing a memorial can resemble navigating strata of melancholy, incomplete narratives, or primordial sorrow. It's not trepidation that deters them. It's veneration and vibrational deference. They acknowledge these as hallowed terrains, not for loitering or nonchalant visitation. They might attend when essential, such as rites of passage, commemorative ceremonies, or tributes to kin who've transitioned. But once homage concludes, they seldom tarry. Their essence intuitively grasps that while transition is natural, these terrains aren't for the vital to abide protractedly. Instead, enlightened commune with antecedents via invocation, contemplation, visions, or consecrated rites, not obligatorily amid markers. Their linkage to the hereafter surpasses material sites. It demands volition. Envision Lila, a nomadic sage from desert lands, who visited her grandmother's resting place annually. Yet each time, after placing flowers and whispering gratitude, a gentle pull urged her departure. The site's dense aura of lingering attachments felt like a veil, clouding her clarity. Over time, she shifted to honoring through moonlit meditations at home, where connections felt pure, unbound by Earth's echoes. For Lila, true reverence flows from heart to heart, not stone to stone. 4. Whisper-filled circles of judgment, while murmurs might appear innocuous banter or trivial diversion to many, enlightened souls perceive them starkly otherwise. For those cosmically aligned, utterances are not mere acoustics. Their vitality, intent, and oscillation, whisper-filled circles, be they office lounges, kin assemblies, or digital forums, radiate a wavelength of critique, duplicity, and shadow. Enlightened beings grow profoundly uneasy in these arenas. The instant discourse veers from substantive dialogue to slander, calumny, or frivolous conjecture about others. Their internal sentinel activates. They sense the ethereal haze encroaching, a sort of vibrational taint that muddles lucid thought and disrupts inner serenity. For the enlightened, engaging in whispers isn't merely ethically dubious. It's spiritually corrosive. Even passive audition can feel like a betrayal of their ethos. Whispers don't solely wound the discussed. They contaminate orator and auditor. They diminish the communal frequency and beckon further venom. Enlightened souls are steered by veracity and wholeness. When immersed in a realm thriving on fabrications, presumptions, or persona demolition, they discreetly extricate. Not from superiority, but from fidelity to the luminous vibration they've embraced. They comprehend that truth's alignment oft entails solitary strides. They'd prefer contemplative quietude over a throng deriving might from dismantling others. Their tranquility is too cherished, their essence too sagacious to be sullied by dim oscillations. Ponder Theo, a quiet philosopher from forested retreats, who attended a reunion where talk turned to absent kin's foibles. The air thickened with judgment, and Theo's spirit recoiled. Excusing himself for fresh air, he wandered under stars, reclaiming his center. For Theo, words weave worlds, better silent sanctity than toxic tangles. 5. Sanctuaries lacking. True essence, enlightened souls are profoundly ethereal beings, directed not by creed, but by unmediated inner revelation and heavenly insight. While some presume all spiritual, unmediated inner revelation and heavenly insight. While some presume all spiritual folk find solace in cathedrals, shrines, pagodas, or tabernacles, reality proves far subtler. Enlightened can feel equally estranged in a sanctuary as in a bazaar if the venue lacks authentic ethereal presence. It's not the faith they shun. It's the venue's vibration. Some worship abodes, though erected for holy aim, may steep in condemnation, rigidity, or facade. Instead of uplift, the enlightened senses confinement. Instead of unity, they detect manipulation. When an edifice prioritizes ceremony over epiphany, alarm over devotion, they discern it instantly. Their essence rebuffs pretense. Enlightened don't necessitate grandiose rites or gilded thrones to sense the divine's touch. They've encountered it in dawn's glow, an elder's wisdom, meditative hush, or woodland's murmur. Entering a sanctuary, they seek not edicts. They seek echo. Absent it, they depart. Not from defiance, but from allegiance to the celestial cadence they've learned to heed. They honor all earnest questers, yet never barter genuineness for inclusion. Their temple resides where the essence thrives, wherever that manifests. Reflect on Nadia, a wandering mystic from river valleys, who explored diverse faiths' halls. In one ornate temple, dogma's weight oppressed, stifling her flow. She slipped away mid-service, finding divinity in a nearby stream's babble. For Nadia, sacredness blooms in authenticity's garden, not institution's cage. 6. Sites of former wounds. For enlightened souls, particular locales transcend materiality. They're vibrational etchings, vivid recollections inscribed in the milieu. These venues, frequently linked to profound sentimental or ethereal scars, can elicit intense responses, even sans explicit recall. It could be a youthful abode rife with abandonment, an academy of alienation, a metropolis of collapse, or a lane of past agony. These arenas harbor beyond reminiscences. They clutch resonances. Even when visually unaltered, the vitality persists like a phantom. The spiritually acute can sense the oppression in their thorax, the strain in their form, or a subtle flight impulse. Enlightened bear not solely individual lesions, but oft ancestral and karmic ones too. A profound cognition within affirms some venues signify closed tomes, mastered teachings. While culture may advocate confronting yesteryears or revisiting for closure, the enlightened knows genuine mending doesn't invariably entail return to pain's cradle. Oft, it means electing non-return. It means venerating progress and acknowledging their essence has transcended the sight that once ensnared. Evading these isn't frailty. It's prudence. It's the soul declaring, we've fulfilled our labor here. Let's not reopen scars merely to affirm healing. Let's advance unfettered. Envision Javier, a resilient guide from urban sprawls, who avoided his childhood block after years of strife. Though renovated, the air hummed with old echoes of loss. He honored from afar through letters and dreams, preserving his light. For Javier, forward is the true homage. 7. Commerce hubs. Amid frenzy peaks to the masses, frenzy sales and holiday rushes thrill. To enlightened souls, these realms feel like vibrational battlegrounds. There's a ethereal ponderosity in venues propelled by urgency, avarice, and whim. The rush for bargains, the mania for possessions, all shrieks disunion. Enlightened detect this forthwith. Their system tenses, their wisdom ignites, and their soul prompts withdrawal. These occasions don't merely sap vitality. They degrade frequency. An enlightened doesn't pursue illusion's abundance. They pursue resonance. If procuring, they do so serenely, not chaotically. They favor essence over excess, purpose over caprice, tranquility over tumult. Spareness is holy to them, and they'd rather don enduring garb than barter serenity for savings. Ponder Akira, a minimalist visionary from hilltops, who shunned megamalls during peaks. The energy storm clashed with her calm. She sourced needs mindfully in quiet boutiques or nature's bounty. For Akira, true wealth resides in spirit's vault, not cart's hoard. 8. Dwellings or structures feeling awry, sans evident cause, vitality doesn't deceive, and enlightened souls sense it instantaneously. A venue can appear impeccable, pristine, adorned, hospitable, but if the wavelength skews, they feel it viscerally. Perchance trauma scarred that space, venomous residue lingers, or an unnatural chill pervades. Enlightened need no rational explication. They simply know. They've departed soirees prematurely, aborted visits, or annulled reservations because the milieu's ethos felt spiritually skewed. It's not alarm. It's discrimination. They trust that instinct like a lodestar. To them, serenity trumps etiquette. If the vitality errs, they don't debate. They depart. No spectacle, just harmony. Consider Theo again, who entered a colleague's abode for a gathering. Despite warmth, an undercurrent unsettled. He bid adieu early, later learning of hidden conflicts. His soul safeguarded him. 9. Virtual realms of division and shadow. In our digital era, enlightened souls extend discernment online. Social platforms rife with discord, echo chambers, or toxicity feel like psychic quagmires. While many scroll endlessly, enlightened sense the drain, the amplified negativity, comparison traps, and veiled manipulations. They curate feeds meticulously or log off entirely, preferring real connections over virtual voids. It's not tech aversion, it's energy preservation. They engage where uplift prevails, not division. The enlightened's trail isn't always evident, even to self. But the essence discerns. Their span guided not by charts or rationale, but by wisdom, vitality, and heavenly cadence. If you've evaded locales sans rationale, that's not eccentricity, that's insight. You're shielded. Trust that steerage even unexplained. This is the essence of Enlightenment Channel. If this resonated today, type 222 in comments and claim Cosmic Accord. Let Cosmos know you're attuned. And recall, you're not solitary on this voyage. Subscribe and unite our awakened kin. We traverse together, one discerning stride at a time. Until next, guard your vitality, heed your wisdom, and ascend ceaselessly. Gratitude for joining.